My bubbles.
My bubble.
My bubbles. And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name's Ruben, and this is my review for Netflix's new original anime movie called Bubble. Is it going to live up to my expectation and my kids? I don't know. Is it going to live up to yours? Maybe. Let's find out. Cut off from the outside world, Tokyo has become a playground for a group of young people who have lost their families, acting as a battlefield for parkour team battles as they leap from building to building. It's safe to say that on this channel, the Ruby Tuesday, we like to review a lot of anime, and that's because my family and I, especially my two boys, we love watching anime together. It's something we love doing as a family. So this, thankfully, Netflix sent us the screener for this, so we sat down, very excited. It's been one of our most anticipated anime films in a long time. And we sat down to watch this, hoping that it would live up to their expectation. The first thing I should say is crank up the volume if you have surround sound. Regardless if you have surround sound, crank up the volume. One of the things that is beautifully done with this anime is the score and then the soundtrack that complement each other, that move the story along. That is often the case of the stories being told audibly, helping the visuals tell the story in combination. It's a really nice, unique style. But then when we come to the visuals, it's just brilliantly vibrant. Literally, my sons were saying, whoa, look at that shot. And it's not something that they would normally say. In fact, they get so wrapped up in anime that they're often not just silent throughout the film. But here, my one son Samuel was saying, wow, look at that. How beautiful is that shot? And then literally the next shot, he'd be like, okay, that one's equally as stunning. Very vibrant colors, which lends itself to adventure. But is the story any good, even if the visuals and the soundtrack? And I'll say yes, because we have an A to B story that's easy to follow, and it's a unique premise. It's not one that we've seen done quite like this. So we've had parkour films, we've had films where people have to, figure something out in anime that is kind of tried and tested formula. This time around, we take parkour, make it a battle, use a battleground that's very matrixy in style, where gravity is not working right and you have bubbles floating around everywhere. We have unknown dangers. Then we have these various teams that are working together to have a prize. They're kind of orphans of this new Tokyo. And that just conjures up all sorts of storylines that you could have. But the storyline is then kind of music and of love, a relationship that forms. And that is where it's going to grip you. I think it's going to grip you pretty much from the beginning. The first 10 minutes are like heart-pounding, excellent adventure. Your adventure meter, if you have 1 out of 10, is going to be up here. And then it slows down a bit, but not much. For the most part, they're telling you the story through emotional beats that are happening within the action. And so you're going to be along for the ride. For example of why this film is so great, here is some of the creativity involved in the project. Director Tetsuro Araki, who did Attack on Titan. The screenplay comes from, sorry if I'm wrecking these names, but Jen Orobuchi. The character designs for Takeshi Obata. There's Death Note, so you'll know that one probably quite well. Music from Haruki Sawano, which is Premiere, which was excellent. I love Premiere, but also the music was fantastic. We have Studio Wit, who's done things like Attack on Titan. The theme, which you probably have heard by now, Uto by Eve, the same person that did the Jujutsu Kaisen one, I believe. And then you have the very, very cool voice cast. Now, obviously, you know what I'm going to say. If you've heard me review anime before, this is the part where Ruben says, please listen to the original language. And I'm going to say it again. Listen to the original language. That's where you get the inflections and the tones from the actors that are doing that. That was the purpose of it. And I think that's your best bet. So if you can handle reading, I don't think it's going to take you long to forget that you're even reading. It just becomes part of the story. I don't think the dubbing is bad, but you always get incorrect translations because sometimes it's just not able to translate exactly what that emotion or that feeling is at the time. Very, very entertaining animated film. The beats are there, the animation's there. Thoroughly, thoroughly entertained. It's a 5-star film, and therefore I'm gonna give it 5 Nicolas Cages out of 5. Let me know your thoughts and feelings of this one down below. What is the best anime film you've seen lately? I'd love to know your top 5 list of 5-star anime films. Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long Tuesday.